First things first, you're going to want to start with a clean pedal. I use some degreaser and bike cleaner, a few scrub brushes, make sure I get off all that grease. On top of the pedal, next to the spindle, there's a 2.5 Allen. You need to loosen both of those up to pull the spindle out. Then you can remove the spindle from the pedal body. Using the small Phillips head screwdriver, remove the screw from the grease port. This will give you access to remove the sleeve inside the pedal. I use a small Allen key to unlodge the sleeve and the O-ring that are inside the pedal. I'm using the spindle to grab the sleeve once it's been loosened and pull it out of the pedal. Usually it's stuck in there with some grease. Next, you need to remove the O-ring that's still inside the pedal. I'm using a small pick here to fish out the O-ring. Then take the spindle, and there's a small O-ring around the top. Use a pick to remove it from the spindle. There's two plastic pieces around the base of the spindle. If you rotate them perpendicular to the screw bracket, pull them down, you can see it creates a small gap. That gives you enough room to get a pick in there and pry them loose. Be careful not to scratch the inside. There's one more rubber gasket around the base of the spindle that needs to be removed. And that's it. Take the spindle, the metal bracket, and the pedal and wash again. I'm using some degreaser again and a scrub brush to clean off all the old grease and dirt from inside the pedal. To install the fresh rebuild kit, make sure the pedal is dry after cleaning it. This is the rebuild kit from Crankbrothers for these pedals. It comes with all the internals that we've just removed from the spindle. The rebuild kit contains 2 sets of everything to service both pedals. Apply grease to the spindle . And to the collar. Putting grease on the inside and the outside. There's a small hole in the end of the collar where the grease can enter when servicing the pedals from the grease port. You'll notice when you push it on and install, some amount of grease will come out gasket or flange. Next, the metal bracket that attaches the pedal to the pedal body, and the plastic pieces around the bottom need to be pushed into place, much like they were removed, snapping them back into the bracket. Then the small O-ring to hold those in place. And last, place the small O-ring stuck to the end of the spindle with grease into the pedal body. You then need to install the small Phillips screw to close off the grease port. These all come with pre-installed Loctite. Spin the pedal to make sure it's not binding. You should feel some resistance with the new grease in there. I like to compare it to the other pedal to feel the difference. Here I can notice a big difference of how dry the other pedal was because it was missing a lot of grease. The new pedal, after being rebuilt, is a lot smoother and you can feel the new grease inside. If you like this kind of content, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. If you're looking for a deal on pedals, check out GearChase.com, where you can search hundreds of different online retailers for deals on different bike parts.